Hey everyone, imagine being charged with a crime that you firmly believe you never committed. You go through months of legal battles only to be discharged but not acquitted. And when you seek compensation for all your troubles, the court says no. This is the real life case of Akbar Ali, a former company director who fought against a prosecution that he claimed was unfair. But was he truly innocent? Or was this just another case of dodging corporate responsibility? Stay till the end as we break down the facts of this case, the legal battle in court, the final verdict, and a commentary on what this means for justice in Singapore. In 2018, Akbar Ali was a director at Newtech Engineering Private Limited from September to November. During this time as director, an employee named Janit suffered a workplace injury and was hospitalized at NUH. Akbar Ali signed a letter of guarantee promising that Newtech would cover Janit's medical expenses. In November 2018, Akbar Ali resigned from the company. In February 2019, NUH sent the invoice for Janit's medical expenses to Newtech, but Newtech didn't pay. Instead of going after the company's new directors, authorities charged Akbar Ali personally under the Employment of Foreign Manpower Act. The prosecution argued that Akbar Ali had consented to Newtech's violation of a regulation that required employers to fork out or to bear their foreign workers' medical costs. Essentially, they claimed that because he had signed the letter of guarantee, he should have ensured that the bill was paid, even after resigning. But is that fair? Can a person be held responsible for a company's actions even after leaving? The prosecution's argument was that Akbar Ali's signature on the letter of guarantee meant responsibility, that he knew the company's financial state and should have foreseen the default, and that past directors can be liable too. The prosecution claimed that just because he resigned, it didn't absolve him of his duty. Ali's lawyers argued that he was no longer a director, so he could not have controlled Newtech's finances at the time the bill became due. They also argued that the law required consent to the offense, meaning that Akbar Ali must have actively consented to Newtech's failure to pay. Since he had already left the company before the invoice even arrived, how could he have consented? Additionally, after he resigned, the company changed hands twice before the bill became due. Shouldn't the new owners be responsible? At this point, the case was looking shaky. The district judge initially ruled on Akbar Ali's submission of no case to answer, meaning that he believed the prosecution had no valid case against Akbar Ali. The judge found no prima facie case. In simple terms, there wasn't enough evidence to continue. Akbar Ali was given a discharge not amounting to an acquittal. But what about compensation? Akbar Ali then filed an application seeking compensation of $10,000, the maximum prescribed by law, as well as legal costs, alleging that the prosecution against him was frivolous or vexatious, i.e., they had no strong case and should not have charged him. Under the Criminal Procedure Code, orders for costs and compensation may be made when there is an acquittal, and if it is proved to the satisfaction of the court that the prosecution was frivolous or vexatious. His application was rejected and he appealed to the High Court. In the appeal, Ali argued that there was insufficient evidence to commence or continue criminal proceedings against him. The appeal judge, however, said that there was sufficient evidence to justify the prosecution and noted that the district judge ultimately acquitted him on a point that was not obvious or glaring. The High Court ultimately dismissed Akbar Ali's appeal. The appeal judge ruled that while the case didn't hold up in court, the prosecution against him wasn't necessarily frivolous or vexatious. There was no evidence of malice or improper motives behind the charge. This case raises important questions about justice and prosecutorial accountability. Should past directors be liable for corporate actions after they resign? If you leave a company, should you still be responsible for its debts? The judgment suggests that under some circumstances, you might be. Another issue is whether prosecutors should be held accountable. The prosecution must act in good faith. But what happens when the case turns out to be weak? It seems from this case that so long as there was no malice or improper motives behind the charges, compensation may not be likely. Thanks for tuning in today. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.